Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to talk about the cost of discovery flights aboard light aircraft. A discovery flight, also known as an introductory flight or trial flight, is the perfect opportunity for aspiring pilots to experience the thrill of flying in a light aircraft for the first time. These short flights allow prospective students to sample flight training and decide if pursuing a pilot's license is right for them. But what does such a flight cost? Before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving this video a like, posting a comment when you've seen enough, and sharing it with others. We'll first look at discovery flight costs in the USA. In the United States, discovery flight costs typically range from $150 to $300, depending on the flight school, the aircraft, and of course the flight duration. The national average price is around $150 to $175 for most locations. Keep in mind that discovery flights are sometimes offered at a discount from normal flight instruction rates as an enrollment incentive. Flight schools want to make the intro flight affordable to attract new students. The aircraft used is almost always a 2- or 4-seat single-engine trainer like a Cessna 172 Skyhawk or a Piper Archer. These are comfortable, forgiving aeroplanes that are perfect for beginners. The essential difference between a Cessna 172 and a Piper Archer is that the former is a high-wing aircraft and the latter is low-wing. Flights usually last 30 to 45 minutes to provide enough time for basic maneuvers and some hands-on flying. With the intro flight, expect to cover aircraft controls, basic aerodynamics, airport operations, and safety procedures. You'll also get to take the controls under the instructor's supervision for an exciting taste of piloting. Most schools allow you to schedule the discovery flight online or by simply calling their flight office. Some things that can increase the cost are opting for a longer flight, a less common aircraft like a vintage aircraft, scheduling on weekends, and completing the flight at a busier airport. But for around $150, an intro flight gives an unforgettable first aerial experience. When researching US flight schools online, look for Trial Flight Experience or Trial Flying Lessons in your state or local area. Then call the flight school or book online. Let's look in a bit more detail at the factors that impact the discovery flight cost. These few things will increase the cost. As I said previously, a longer flight duration, for example 1-hour flights, will obviously cost more than 30 minutes. The higher demand on weekends or during holidays can also impact prices. Flights at busy major airports. More air traffic may mean higher fees. More advanced aircraft like a Cirrus or a Diamond may cost more. Here are a few things that will decrease the intro flight cost. As you might expect, stick to a 30 minutes and you get all the basics for a lot less than an hour. Choose a flight at a small regional airport or grass airfield where they have lower landing and facility fees. Choose a more basic training aircraft like a Cessna 150 or 152, which have very low rental rates. And go for a weekday booking where there's less demand and prices may be lower. Another option is to ask for a group package where bulk savings may be passed on to you. You may be able to negotiate a discount by enrolling in flight training, as the intro flight cost may be credited to your training record. And if it's possible, try a manufacturer demonstration day where there may be an opportunity for a free discovery flight. The aircraft, the airport, the duration and the instructor are key factors affecting intro flight pricing. But with a little savvy shopping, discovery flights can cost less than the equivalent time as part of the training syllabus. Now let's look at discovery flight costs in the UK. In the United Kingdom, the price for an introductory trial flight is similar to that of the USA, but a little more in some areas. You can expect to pay between £120 and £300, depending on the provider, aircraft and flight time. And as with the USA, the flight is usually 30 to 45 minutes in duration. Aircraft options include popular two-seat trainers like the Piper PA-28 Warrior or Cessna 150 Aerobat. For a more exotic experience, some schools offer discovery flights in autogyros or open cockpit biplanes. Under the watchful eye of the instructor, you'll have the opportunity to take control of the aircraft. Now let's look at what to expect on your discovery flight. Before the flight, your certified flight instructor will provide a pre-flight briefing explaining aeroplane controls, basic procedures and safety. So you shouldn't hesitate to ask questions. The instructor will also explain your respective roles in the cockpit. After settling into the aircraft, you'll go through a cockpit orientation. The instructor will talk you through the engine start sequence, radio checks and taxiing out for takeoff. Eventually, as the aircraft accelerates down the runway, you'll feel the surge of liftoff as you leave the ground. As the aircraft climbs, you'll have a few moments to get used to the sensation of being airborne. This sensation quickly gives way to the magic of flight, and once airborne, the instructor may show you how to maintain heading and altitude. You'll then have a chance to take control of the yoke. You'll soon find that small movements keep the wings level and the altitude consistent. Your instructor will demonstrate basic maneuvers like climbing, descending and turning. You'll learn how the control inputs relate to the aircraft performance. You'll soon appreciate that only gentle inputs on the controls are required. And all too soon it'll be time to return to the airport. Your instructor will talk you through the approach to the airfield and will land the aircraft. The flight concludes with taxiing back to the parking area. Ask your instructor questions and let them know if you want more hands-on time. Here are a few tips on what to bring and what to wear for your trial flight. Arriving in good time and prepared will enhance your discovery flight experience. In the USA, you may need to bring a government photo ID to present at airport security. Bring sunglasses as they help reduce the glare in the cockpit. Your flight school will provide a headset, but you can bring your own if you prefer. If you're thinking of buying one, look for a lightweight aviation headset that fits comfortably. Wear comfortable clothes that are appropriate for the weather. Bring a layer or two in case the temperature changes. Choose closed-toe shoes with slip-resistant soles. Heels or sandals are not ideal since rudder pedals require foot maneuverability. And it might be an idea to leave jewellery and other accessories at home, as you may wish to avoid bringing distracting valuables that might get misplaced. If you tend to get motion sickness, bring precautionary medication or anti-nausea remedies just in case. Also, avoid heavy meals just before flying. Eat a light snack instead. Stay hydrated by drinking some water before and after. Discovery flights represent an affordable, low-commitment way to experience the sensation of flight firsthand. Enjoy your discovery flight, and before we close, a reminder to please consider subscribing to my channel, giving this video a like, posting a comment, and sharing it with others. Thanks for watching.